Hey everyone, thanks for your support in 2024. We have a lot of cool stuff coming in 2025, and here are some of the things you can look forward to as we move into next year. In the lead up to The Mandalorian and Grogu in 2026, we'll be starting a full series rewatch of both The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett on exploring hyperspace lanes beginning in October. You can also expect a rewatch of Andor, and we will have reviews of every episode of Andor and the rest of the Skeleton Crew as those come out. Josie will be returning as we continue to rank every Star Wars thing released ever. Reviews of every episode of every Marvel Disney Plus show, including Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, The Eyes of Wakanda, Wonder Man, Ironheart, Daredevil Born Again, and Marvel Zombies, the day after each episode releases, will be available on Beware of Spoilers. We'll be having special event podcasts on 30-minute reviews for the Academy Awards, our 2024 year in review in early January, ranking all of Phase 5 of the MCU after Fantastic Four First Steps comes out, and our 10th anniversary special. Once we complete our rankings of all the Pokemon games on the backlog files, we'll be moving on to Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. Over on the YouTube channel, you can join in for playthroughs of Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, Pokemon White, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts Recoded, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, Sonic Adventure 2, LEGO Racers 2, LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, and SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Want to keep on top of all the new things we have coming? Subscribe at mwpnews.com, subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/@mwpnews, or subscribe to Beware of Spoilers, 30-minute reviews, exploring hyperspace lanes, and the backlog files on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Again, thank you for your support. Good evening and welcome to Beware of Spoilers. I am Adam. I have just seen, against my better judgment I might add, I have just seen a Minecraft movie. Again, I've said this before, I've said this multiple times actually. The fact that it's a Minecraft movie, not the Minecraft movie, has always felt a little foreboding to me. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, we're going to make a bunch of these. And let me just give a little bit of context, because it's like I don't want to come off as an older guy who doesn't get it. I've been playing Minecraft for over a decade at this point. I think I started in college, so it would have been over 10 years ago. Because, yeah, I would have been a freshman in college when I started. But So I'm familiar with Minecraft. I still play Minecraft from time to time. I have it modded out on my computer. I still, I still play it. So I'm familiar with what's going on here. The issue with this movie is that I would say half the movie is Jack Black giving exposition and explaining what everything is in Minecraft. The movie is basically 3 Funny or Die sketches, cobbled together, into a feature-length movie. I don't think any of this was needed. I don't think any of this works. The plot of the movie is, Steve wanted to be a mine, he wanted to work in the mines, so he gets so he goes there as an adult, he finds this orb thing, and uses it, and he ends up in the world of Minecraft, where he just kind of lives for a bit. He lives there for a while. He finds a portal to, He finds a portal to the Nether, goes there, gets captured, and now this pig from the Nether, one of the pig zombies, it's also a witch, wants to go to the overworld to take it over, yada yada yada. It's a lot of nonsense, but the point is, it's like that's basically what the stakes are here. And then after he gets captured, he has his wolf bring it to the. I don't even care. I'm gonna be honest. I think I've never watched a movie and felt so little about what I was watching as I did with this. I didn't care about any of the characters. There was an article that came out a little while back. I'm sure you've probably heard this one, where it's like that when they make movies now, it's kind of like characters need to explain what they're doing at all times, so that way people who are watching it at home later can watch it on their phones, or watch it while being on their phone. And that's what this movie feels like. It's like the entire, like, so many characters are just saying out loud what they're doing the entire time. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, are we that far gone? Like, it's a Minecraft movie, so by and large it should be a movie for kids. Is your kid so incapable of focusing their attention? I feel like an old person. Like, is your kid so incapable of focusing their attention that they're gonna sit here and they're gonna watch this movie while on another screen? Like, what the fuck? Like, just watch the thing you're watching. I feel like I would rather watch Borderlands again. I would have rather sat in a theater and watched Borderlands again. Knowing what I know now about this movie, I would have rather watch Borderlands, because Borderlands didn't look terrible. That's the other thing about this, is that I say Funny or Die video. That's an insult to Funny or Die videos. The CGI in those are better than the CGI in this movie. This feels like I'm watching one of those mall kiosks where they insert your kid into a fucking video of some nonsense with their favorite characters. Like, that's what this entire movie feels like. Jason Momoa is, like, no character has an arc, no character does anything. Like, I'm not sure why the mom had to be dead. I don't think you needed to have that. It's just kind of nonsense, like, for why the girl and her brother's mom had to be dead. I don't understand why that needed to be a thing at all. That's just kind of weird extra information. The whole thing that happens in the school is ridiculous. Jennifer Coolidge's entire existence in this movie is completely superfluous. It's jangling keys for the chronically online is what this movie is. Like, it's like if you consume your media via TikTok, you will enjoy this movie. I feel like I feel like, you know what? That's an insult. I feel like that's an insult to anyone who, like, I feel like this isn't even one of those things like you watch, you're like, well, it's serviceable. No, it's not. It's not serviceable. It's not well done. It's a mess. It's poorly made. It's just kind of one bad decision after another. One bad narrative decision after another. And clearly they're trying to like, clearly that is what it is, because at 3 or 4 separate points in this movie, Jack Black has songs, and I'm like, clearly you're just trying to do what with the Super Mario movie, because that was the formula of success there. It's like, why do we need fucking AI to do things? Because clearly the executives at Warner Brothers can do the exact same thing as AI. Clearly they can do the exact same thing. They can identify what the fucking thing is that they think is going to make people go and watch this movie. They can put it into theirs. This was a ridiculous waste of my time. And it's not even that it's like it's an insult because it's like, oh, it's a Minecraft movie, this could have been good. I think there was a way you could have done this. I think the movie probably should have been animated. I feel like that probably would have been a recipe for success here. But I think the ultimate recipe for success is stop trying to make video game movies if there's no cohesive narrative to it. Like, Minecraft is not a narrative-driven game. This is so clearly a cynical cash grab that it just it boggles the mind. And the fact that the last 2 big Warner Brothers releases, if I remember correctly. Oh, wait, no. War of the Rohirrim came out in between. But, like, this and Joker, like, were just so bad. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't. Like, it feels like we're trying to speedrun the destruction of this fucking studio. Like, I guess do not understand what happened here. Like, it's just, no one's putting on a good performance. Jason Momoa is doing his thing, and he's doing that. Okay, fine. He's doing Jason Momoa in a movie. All right, cool. Moving on. Like, Jack Black is doing his entire shtick. I think the other two, the girl who, when I saw the trailer initially, I thought was meant to be a kid, but clearly she's an adult in the movie. Like, her and her brother are I don't know what movie they're in, but it's not this one. And clearly no actor is in this movie because it's all on green screen. And all of a sudden, it's like I'm watching this and I'm like, man, I really miss when I can watch a Disney movie and it's clearly on the volume, because there's at least depth to the volume. Like, say what you will about the volume and its overuse, at least there's depth to it. Like, there's a visual depth. There is not in this movie. They are very clearly standing in front of a green screen for a good amount of this movie, and it's just it boggles the mind. There are so many weird things that they do in this movie. I didn't sit through the post credits. I just got up and left. I was like, fuck it. At one point, I got to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, if I just leave now, am I missing anything? I'm like, no, I should probably sit through to the end of the movie. This movie will go down as one of the worst movies I've covered on this show. Like, it's going to be up there with Paint. It's going to be up there with Spitting Gold. It's going to be up there with, what was it, The Consultant or The Mercer, the fucking Chris Pine, Kiefer Sutherland movie from a few years ago. This is going to be in the Fantastic Four. This is going to be in the conversation for worst movie we've done on this show. And say what you will about Borderlands, and Borderlands is shit. Borderlands was shit. I would rather watch Borderlands any day over this hot pile of garbage. Because at least Borderlands, you don't have a main character just wandering around delivering exposition. The entire role, the entire Steve role in this movie is to deliver exposition. Like, and explain how Minecraft works. I hate to clue you. I don't think that the target audience needs to have explained how Minecraft works. The target audience of this movie is kids who play Minecraft. And adults who played Minecraft. You're not going to get someone up the street like, you know what, let me wander in and see this Minecraft thing and see what this Minecraft picture is all about. Like, where you need to explain how the fucking mechanics of the game work. Like, it's bizarre. It's a bizarre decision. And it's like, it's almost designed where it's like they want to, it's the jangling keys. It's the jangling keys of like, oh look, we're going to make a sword now. Oh look, we're gonna use the fucking wings, the Elitaria. Like, oh okay, we're like, here's an Ender Pearl. Here's how that works. Like, it's such. There are so many poor decisions in this movie that I'm just like, you could have done better. You could have done better. And I don't know. I'm just. It's. I could have saw the Luckiest Man in the World today. I could have gone and saw that, but instead I saw the Minecraft movie. Like, let me do this one first, get it out of my system, and then we'll go see the Luckiest Man in the World on tomorrow. But it's just, oh God, I feel like I was just like, why did I sit through this? Like, that's how I feel about this. Like, why did I sit through this? I should have just left. I should have just left when I got up to go to the bathroom. That should have been the end of it. And just been like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just do a review based on half the movie. Like, I don't, like, because sure enough, there was nothing in the back half of the movie that was like, well, at least it redeemed itself because I did X, Y, and Z. It's like, no, it's like, okay, so Steve shows up in armor. Okay, cool. He showed up in the diamond armor. Like, okay, like, these are all things that are like, okay, we need to do, like, it feels like a checklist of, like, things you have to do in this movie. But not in like a Aquaman way, where it's like Aquaman, we talked about it, where it's like Aquaman very clearly feels like they didn't know if they were getting a second movie, so they kind of shoved everything they could into the one. It's like, okay, we don't know if we're getting a second Aquaman movie. Let's try to do everything Aquaman related here. We may not get a second bite of this apple, and then we'll burn the bridge when we get to it. If we get a second Aquaman movie, we will figure out something else to do then. This is not that. This is very clearly, it's like, okay, we're going to hit everything, and we are going to hit it as hard as we possibly can. Like, it is, like, it's just bizarre all around. Like, the weird decisions they made every step of the way. And it's just, it's terrible to look at. And I kind of get what they're going for, because it's like, if you saw Detective Pikachu, which I enjoyed Detective Pikachu, and it has some of those same things. I'm not like, I get what you're going for. Like, the realistic look to these things, you can't really do the same cartoony, but like, even if you made a movie, in engine, or if you made a movie in, what's it called, that's like slightly different, or like in a different animated style and all of that, it's just, so much of it's just visually, like, the flesh of the villagers is off-putting. Like, giving them real flesh and stretching it out the way they do is just off-putting. Like, I don't know. And again, it's like anytime they're in the real world, like, I'm just like, skip ahead. Just get us to the next part. Just skip past us. I don't give a shit about. And the thing is, too, it's like early on in the movie, you get an info dump from Steve. You get, like, the movie opens with this info dump from Steve about everything that you need to know about how he got into the world of Minecraft. Okay, fine, and it's like a 5-minute info dump. You get in, and then you cut from there to the real world, and it's like, I'm like, okay, can we just get past this? And then that goes on way too long. That could have been much shorter. Like, I don't need to see him try to use the rocket. I don't need to see the backstory. I don't need to see the bidding on the storage unit, like that Jason Momoa's doing. I don't need to see any of that. Like, just get them back into the world of Minecraft. And there are ways to do that without having to sit through an extra 15 minutes of the fucking movie. Like, and you didn't have to front load the exposition. I don't think the comedic beat is worth it of him wanting to be in the mines as a kid and then ending up in the office job and then going back to the mines. Like, I don't think that that's a worthwhile beat, and I don't think that they come back to it in a way that's interesting. Like, that's something that, like, if you're gonna do that narration, like, come back to it and have it be a reason, because there's no narration in the entire rest of the movie, except for the very end, and then even then, I mean, maybe a post-credit explains it, but there's no reason why he's narrating and giving the post-script. Like, it's such a bizarre choice. I'm not entirely sure what happened here. Like, there's just so much about this movie that I'm kind of like, really? We had to do it? There was no better way to do this. No better way to do this. Okay, I guess. I mean, maybe just don't do it then. I don't know how much this movie cost. I would assume a lot, because there's a lot of CG environments, and it's like you get to the end, it's just a clusterfuck of CG, and it's like, it feels like Ready Player One at the end. Like, I don't care about any of this. I don't care about these villagers. I don't care about the fucking wolves. I don't care about the fucking iron golems. I don't care about any of them. Like, they could all fucking, like, the entire thing could just die. I don't care. Like, and I don't care about the characters either. Because so much of the movie is the characters having the lore explained to them. I don't have what the front loading is, and what the front loading exposition is just a way to be like, here, this is why you should care about these characters. These two don't have parents, these two. This guy's down on his luck, and he's well-meaning, but he's an idiot, and he needs money, and Danielle Brooks is here too. We don't really explain what she's doing here, but who cares? Don't think about it too hard. She's in the movie too. It's like you watch it and you're like, okay, well, this is just the shorthand for why I should care about these characters. Okay, fine, got it. But at the same time, once we get into the world of Minecraft, it's like, I don't care about any of this, because it looks so fake, like, and it looks so bad. I don't have any sense of danger for these characters. So, like, when you get that opening sequence where it turns to night and then you get all the mobs attacking them at night, I don't feel any sense of danger for these characters in the way that when you're playing the game you feel that sense of danger, because number one, the fucking zombies will snipe you from the other side of the planet, like, and the skeletons will snipe you from the other side of the planet with very good accuracy that they do not have in this movie. And it's like, I don't know, it's just, and I get why. It's because you can't have them get shot in the way that you can get shot in the game. I don't know. There are a lot of really bad video game adaptations. This is among the worst. And I think I said it a few years ago, and I was clearly wrong, that we were over the hump. And we have gotten past the point of bad video game adaptations, where it's like, give me something good. We can expect something good from these now, because the technology has progressed to the point that we can create these stories with fidelity. And I don't know. I feel like that was something that kind of I was clearly wrong about. Clearly, I was wrong. The last few video game adaptations, we have another one coming out this month that I'm not going to see until dawn. That it's not shaping up to be great, to the point that, like, I forgot it was coming out. I don't know. I think we're in for kind of a reckoning this year in terms of movies and shifts in the box office. Between Snow White kind of bombing out the way it did, I'm going to be honest, I don't think Lilo and Stitch is going to do the numbers that they're hoping it does, or they're expecting it to. I don't think so. We're looking at the end of Mission Impossible. I don't think there's going to be a market for Jurassic World Rebirth, or whatever the fuck it's called. The new footage of Superman, I think, is going to turn off a lot of people. But what they showed before this movie was the extended cut of the scene where Krypto comes to rescue him, and I think it's got a goofiness to it that I really enjoy. It's got that All-Star Superman vibe that I've been hoping for from this movie, but I don't know if everyone's going to really gel with that. And I think that's going to be a risky proposition for Warner Brothers, but we'll see. And then there's what's it called? And then, who knows if Thunderbolts is going to catch on? And if Marvel goes 2 for 4 between Deadpool, Brave New World, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four, and that's even being generous in assuming Fantastic Four is one that's going to hit. And I don't know for certain that it is. I mean, Fantastic Four could hit, but if they go 0 for 4 or 1 for 4 on hits from Marvel Studios, Elio, if that comes out and doesn't do well, what's the animated movie this year? Is it Zootopia 2? Is it? I don't remember. If Zootopia 2 comes out and bombs, like, where are we? We're in for a reckoning if things come out and do not resonate with audiences. And maybe that's a good thing for the longevity of this industry. Maybe we need that. Maybe we need this cleansing. We've been watching this. I think maybe we're just watching the slow implosion. I don't know. I feel like I've gotten, like, this movie was so bad, it's making me wonder about the existential future of the fucking film industry. Well, I was like, this movie was so bad. Do not go see Minecraft. Do not wait for it to go on stream, because it'll be on Max eventually. Do not watch it on Max. Do not watch it on TV. There is nothing about this movie that I can look back on fondly. There were 1 or 2 line reads between Jack Black and Jason Momoa that I was like, okay, that's funny. But it's not worth an hour 45 long movie to get maybe 2 jokes that land. This is not good. This was probably and I think the thing is too, is like, I was willing to give this movie the benefit of the doubt, because like that early trailer I didn't think looked great. But I thought it was maybe just early CGI, maybe it's just kind of iffy, and maybe when they do the final copy of the movie, it'll look better, and I was like, well, maybe it'll work, because I think Jack Black's got comedic chops for what they're trying to do, and Jason Momoa's funny too, and maybe it'll work. No, it just doesn't work. No, just bad. They tried. I mean, they clearly tried. They clearly tried. They were unsuccessful, but they clearly tried. I don't even know if they tried. I feel like that's giving them too much credit. They feel like so much of this movie just feels phoned in and just like, I don't know, like, when I was in 4th grade, this will be what we go out on. When I was in 4th grade, I did a writing assignment for something, and being in 4th grade, you don't really know how to construct, I mean, some do, I didn't, but you haven't really figured out how to construct narrative fiction well. You kind of just rip off whatever you know in life and kind of do the best you can. And it was just a collection of references to things that I had seen on TV and things I had seen in video games, and it was not good. I'm not saying this is worse than that, because I'm not that arrogant. I'm saying This is better than that, but not by a substantial margin. Yeah, this was rough. But yeah, I mean, they dropped $200 million on this movie, so good for them, I guess. I mean, Warner Bros. Is doing well, I guess. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll wrap up there for today. Tomorrow we'll be doing The Luckiest Man in the World, the new movie with Walton Goggins and I think Paul Walter Hauser's in it, about the guy who beat Pressure Luck. Which I saw a documentary about that. That was pretty interesting. And we're gonna watch the dramatization of it tomorrow. But until our next episode, and then also we're going to start, we have a lot of shows this month, but none of those are starting until, I think, next week. Not this coming week, the week after. But we'll wrap up there for today, and until our next episode, have a great rest of your week.